Okay, so today we see the SPY ETF correcting, QQQ correcting, many other stocks are also collapsing today. Now you may ask, Nathan, is that a real top signal or another bear trap? How dangerous is this reaction? Well, my friend, that's a very good question, and that's what I'm going to try to answer in today's video. Welcome to the Finance Hydra channel. My name is Nathan. We are here every single day analyzing the market through the lens of technical analysis so we can design good and intelligent strategies that you can use in your practical life. Welcome to another daily analysis. We see the SPY ETF collapsing, okay, making another bearish candle. Now, okay, wow, that's quite scary, okay, but is that a top signal? Should we panic over here, over this reaction? And the answer is no, at least not yet. Why, Nathan? Because although we see a possible top signal, remember, one single candle is never enough to convince us that we're gonna see another correction. We gotta see this top signal getting actually triggered before assuming we're gonna make another correction. Okay, only then we are going to materialize a decent pullback. In other words, we gotta lose the $662 support level, which is yesterday's low and today's low as well. When we analyze the 1 hour chart, we see a kind of rounded top chart pattern, okay? It is literally a rounded top, right? So, okay, this could be true. However, see how we are bouncing off this support level? That's very nice. If we see the SPY materializing a bottom signal over here and recovering to the point of breaking the 667, we are going to see another bullish pivot point. Because that's what SPY has been doing so far, okay? We are making higher highs, higher lows. We can't think about the possibility of a sharper pullback on the daily chart as long as we see SPY making higher highs, higher lows. In order for us to see a decent correction on the daily chart, we gotta make a reversal on the 1 hour chart. Okay, that's going to be your lead. Therefore, $662 is now SPY's main support level. Only by losing it, we are going to actually trigger a top signal. Now, Nathan, what if we see another pivot point? What if we see SPY recovering tomorrow, right? In the next few days, recovering and breaking the 667. In this case, well, that's totally normal because, again, that's what SPY has been doing. If that scenario materializes, SPY is going to trigger another bear trap. And guys, honestly, we have seen many bear traps in the past few months. For instance, we had a bear trap over here, September 16. Another bear trap over here, September 10. Bear trap over here, September 5. Bear trap over here, August 25. Bear trap over here, August 11, August 7, August 5. So we have seen many bear traps over here. Now, if you say to me, but Nathan, what if we actually lose the $662 making a pullback? Is that an alarming signal? And here's the catch. Even if we see this scenario materializing, we have technical evidence still reinforcing the medium-term uptrend because SPY is still making higher highs, higher lows on the daily chart. So in theory, we could see a new pullback, another low, as long as we respect our main support levels over here in this area. That's going to be totally normal. For instance, we had a top signal which was triggered over here, pull back to this support level. Top signal over here, this one was triggered, it was not a bear trap. We corrected to our support level. Top signal over here, corrected to our support level. So that's what we have been doing, right? So even if we see pullback, I still see technical evidence to make me skeptical about a real reversal on the daily chart. Another spooky collapse, okay? No, there is no technical evidence supporting this scenario yet. But I do understand that by losing the 662, yes, we are gonna see a technical pullback to our next support levels. We gotta see now, to avoid this scenario, again, we gotta break 667 as soon as possible. Now, we have QQQ. The very same idea is applicable on the QQQ top signal. However, we are respecting our short-term support level, $597 area. This key point is also a support level on the 1-hour chart over here. We are bouncing off this key point, right? What a coincidence, right? We are bouncing off a support level. That's okay. That's expected. So, if you ask me, by making a real top signal, bottom signal above the 597, the QQQ has decent chances of recovering and seeking higher levels. Nathan, what is a bottom signal to you on the 1-hour chart? If we see tomorrow a very powerful candle closing above the 21-hour EMA over here, that's a bottom signal. Okay, that's one of the many possible bottom signals that I see QQQ SPY materializing tomorrow, okay, and then this could reverse, this could frustrate the possibility of a top signal. If we lose this support level, okay, 21-day EMA is going to be our next support level near the 583, the previous top level over here, right? So yes, although we see the possibility of a pullback, of a correction, if you ask me, any pullback could be another buying opportunity because we are still in bullish territory. Okay, but Nathan, what if we correct over here and we lose these support levels? Then okay, SPY, QQQ are not going to be a buy. Okay, they are not going to give us any buying opportunity. Period. Okay, no, that's not a rocket science. It is a very simple situation for us. Now, we have Nvidia. This one is correcting, which honestly is totally expected. Look at yesterday's candle. Okay, phenomenal. It looks like an ignition bar to me. What's the problem? We are below a very dangerous resistance level, near the all-time high. So, if we see the indices, if we see SPY, QQQ triggering their inflection points, their main support levels that I just described to you guys over here, in this context, Nvidia could reject yesterday's phenomenal bullish candle. Don't you agree that if we ignore this candle, the situation is going to be a little bit complicated for Nvidia because, well, we're going to make a top signal, we're going to reject a phenomenal candle, and we may lose our main support levels over here, namely the 21-day EMA, the 174. On the 1-hour chart, we are now around the 21-hour EMA. So if you ask me, there is still hope for us to see a technical recovery. Okay, we still could see a recovery. We are trying to make a bottom signal above a support level, but we gotta be careful. Okay, we gotta be careful. Wait for confirmation. Wait for either the loss of today's low, the loss of these support levels, or a technical bottom signal breaking and closing above the 21-hour EMA. Then, okay, then you may see Nvidia going up again, right? Possibly triggering this ignition bar, seeking higher levels like the 200s. Okay, this could happen. We don't know. Again, we don't know, but we do not need to know the future to trade well. We gotta react properly. Real trading is reactive. It is not predictive. Pay attention to the charts, to the inflection points I'm describing to you over here because they are going to dictate the next either rally or correction. Okay, now we have Tesla. This one is making a top signal again, right? We saw a top signal over here yesterday, a top signal over here, and we had many other top signals over here, right? Which they failed to get triggered. However, I do understand that yesterday we had a shooting star candle pattern. Now today's candle is engulfing the previous bullish candle. So we see a bearish engulfing candle pattern, which is one of the most dangerous bearish reversal candle structures known in technical analysis. It does reverse the trend 79% of the time, all right? So it is a very dangerous one, statistically reliable. However, we gotta wait for the lows of today's low to confirm this idea. Because, as far as I know, on the 1 hour chart, short-term wise, we still see Tesla bullish, okay? There is the ghost of a possible bearish pivot point over here, right? But we are stabilizing near the 21-hour EMA. So I would wait for the loss of today's low tomorrow for more confirmation, okay? If we see that going on, okay, phenomenal. Another pullback, maybe to close our gap at 396 or to the 21-day EMA again, right? But for now, guys, we still have to wait for more confirmation. If you ask me, in my personal and humble opinion, now is the perfect time to see Tesla correcting. Not reversing, because Tesla is still very bullish, all right? We are making higher highs, higher lows above the 21-day EMA. We are not making lower highs, lower lows, right? We are making higher highs, higher lows. So it is an uptrend. Classic technical uptrend. But a pullback in an uptrend is usually, more often than not, another possible buying opportunity. So if you ask me, I prefer to see Tesla making a pullback to this support level, and then after making a bottom signal, that's a buying opportunity. Okay, but for now, Tesla is not a buy and it is not a sell as well, because we are bullish. Okay, I don't like to go against the medium-term trend. Okay, I like to follow the money in this context. And as long as we see technical evidence supporting the idea that Tesla is bullish, okay, I avoid shorting, but I can't recommend a buy near a resistance level. I prefer to see pullback. Therefore, Tesla, Nvidia, SPY, QQQ, they are not looking interesting. I see many other stocks looking way better, giving us clear opportunities right now at this moment. And by the way, remember to join our Telegram channel. Join the 5% project. It's free to try for 7 days. Only there you will have access to the stocks we are actually trading, the stocks that are on our radar. You will have access to our exclusive live streams. Only with our members, okay? We find many incredible opportunities together every single week, and every single day I share exclusive signals with good risk-reward relationship on many stocks that are on my radar. So if you want to trade with us, join our Telegram channel. The link is in this video's description. Join us over there, see if you like what we have to offer. We have hundreds of traders over there making money every single day, because we know how to trade strategically, controlling risk, mitigating losses, and maximizing profits. That's how we do every single day, okay? So join us over there. Now, we have our dear AMD, okay? This one is on the verge of breaking the 21-day EMA, all right? We are trying to make a double bottom chart pattern. One of the best bullish reversal chart patterns known in technical analysis. It is not as good as a clear bullish pivot point, but it is good enough. By materializing this double bottom, we may see our dear AMD back to the 182, okay, easily, all right? So if you ask me, AMD is a promising stock, okay? We are on the verge of making an upwards breakout of this resistance area. It is critical for us to see AMD breaking this resistance level, okay? But we have yet to see a clear breakout, okay? So that's the only thing that is annoying regarding AMD. If we see SPY, QQQ triggering their top signals, actually correcting, then possibly we are gonna see AMD correcting as well. We still have this gap at 147 to close, okay? So we have a possible downside if we see a top signal on the indices, but for now there is no technical evidence yet. Okay, we are still maintaining the bullish bias, and maybe if we see another bear trap on SPY QQQ, well, AMD could fly very, very high. So let's observe how this one is going to behave. Okay, we are now back to this 21 weekly moving average, near this 21 weekly moving average. So the time for us to see a technical reversal is perfect. Okay, it is just perfect. If we see the frustration of this breakout and we see another top signal, all right, maybe we're gonna close this gap, drop a little bit more. I would still see AMD as another possible stock to trade. Okay, it is a very promising one. It is on my personal radar. Okay, I did share a technical a trading strategy on AMD on our Telegram channel, by the way. Okay, so if you want to take a look again, join our Telegram channel. All right, now we have Palantir going up nicely, nearly 2%. That's very nice. And this one, it is a good example, okay, because it describes what I have been telling you guys in this video. Okay, yesterday we had a bearish reaction, pretty much like we had a bearish reaction today on the SPY, QQQ, right, Nvidia, right, Tesla, right. Okay, Palantir had a bearish reaction yesterday. Was this a top signal? As I told you guys yesterday as well, guys, we are near this 21-hour EMA area. Okay, there is no clear breakout yet. We see the 178 as our main inflection point. So Palantir respected this support area again today with an astonishing precision, by the way. So, and we see it bouncing off this support level after correcting to this key point. So phenomenal. That's a very technical, very specific movement, and it happens more often than not. Now, if you ask me, okay, Nathan, did we reject the possibility of a top signal? Almost, because to some people, this movement over here still could be a possible double top. All right, so the 178.29 is still our most dangerous support level on Palantir right here, because by losing it, we're gonna actually reverse the upwards momentum on the 1-hour chart, making a sharper pullback on the daily chart. Again, pullback, right? Not reversal. Any pullback to this 21-day EMA or even to the 163 down here could be another harmless pullback. Another harmless pullback that could be another possible buying opportunity. So again, very simple situation for Palantir. If we see it losing the 178, this scenario is going to possibly materialize. All right, but for now, we are not making a top signal. If you ask me, odds are that we're gonna continue going up, and the 190 is our next resistance level. I set this target 190 even before the breakout of the 163 in this channel. Okay, we did this together here on this channel. Therefore, if you're not a subscriber, you should subscribe, because we are here every single day sharing the most important inflection points on our stocks, and we are quite competent in doing that. So subscribe and click on the like button if our videos are helpful to you guys. Like, subscribe. You are more than welcome to join the Finance Hydra channel. Okay, we like to study the market every single day. Long videos, right? More than 20 minutes, so you have plenty of time to analyze, study the market with us. Okay, the Gen Z can't stand watching my videos because they are too long. They quit before 5 minutes. But if you're still watching us, subscribe, because we deserve you, okay? And you deserve us as well. So Palantir looking very nice, maintaining the bullish bias, still above our support levels, but I do understand that we have to break the 184. Okay, we gotta break this key point as soon as possible to avoid the idea of a double top on the 1-hour chart. Okay, tomorrow we will have more information. Now let's analyze other stocks over here, guys. For instance, we have Bitcoin and Bitcoin related stocks. Bitcoin right now is losing the 21-day EMA. It is approaching another technical inflection point, but there is no clear bottom signal yet. We see strategy or MicroStrategy also going down, rejecting the idea of a breakout of this 21-day EMA, okay? We were looking so promising, all right? So promising, however, see how the $358 acted as a very annoying resistance level for strategy. I mean, this key point was a support level here, support here. Now it is a resistance level here, and here again. Okay, and seeing Bitcoin collapsing like it is doing right now without a clear reaction, that's quite annoying. We gotta see a meaningful, very good bullish reaction as soon as possible above the $325, and Bitcoin must react as well, so we can confirm a bottom signal on our Bitcoin related stocks. We have Coinbase as well, right? Correcting, but Coinbase is slightly more interesting than MicroStrategy if you ask me, because Coinbase is still in bullish territory. We are now making higher highs, higher lows on the 1-hour chart. We see this pattern a little bit better, although we see a sharp correction over here. Over the past few days, we are still near this 21-day EMA area. So if we see any bottom signal on Coinbase above this 21-day EMA, that could be a promising signal, suggesting another bottom signal, another buying opportunity, and in this context, we can easily aim at this gap, okay? $376. All right, I see Coinbase closing this gap in the future, but we gotta see a meaningful bullish reaction like tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow or in the next few days, because only then we can confirm a bottom signal above a technical support level, and that would be phenomenal for our Bitcoin related stocks. But I see Coinbase as a more promising one, and again, Coinbase is also on my radar, so you should consider to join our Telegram channel for more signals, for more information, for more analysis. And we have Robinhood going up today. Okay, today we see many stocks going down, but Robinhood is going up more than 1%. Okay, their business model of fooling their clients is quite profitable. Okay, they are very competent. This is the worst company ever. Okay, I see some people saying, oh, but Nathan, what about Palantir? Robinhood is way worse than Palantir, okay? It is the most evil company ever. At least Palantir is transparent, okay? Palantir is related to war, defense, okay? So that's fine, all right? But Robinhood, there are no excuses for what they do, but still, it is going up, all right? It is maintaining the bullish bias. It is above the main inflection point, which is $123. Okay, that's the key point for you. Only if we see Robinhood losing this key point, we may see another technical correction ahead. Maybe to the 21-day EMA, maybe to the $112. Still, the bullish bias is here. Okay, it is still here. So we gotta observe how it is going to behave in the next few days. If we see SPY, QQQ making top signals, possibly Robinhood is going to lose this support level, and then we may see another pullback. And remember, since the trend is bullish, any pullback could be another buying opportunity. Okay, so that's how I see Robinhood right now. Only the loss of this 112 down here could bring us back to close this gap at 106. Okay, so even if we see pullback, even if we see the loss of the $123, we have a few support levels to hold Robinhood's price and prevent it from a sharper correction. Okay, either way, I'll be here every single day to keep you guys updated, so consider subscribing, join the Finance Hydra channel, join the 5% Project, our Telegram channel. The link is in this video's description. Thank you very much for your audience, my dear friends. Stay safe. See you guys tomorrow as usual. Bye-bye.